with the coronavirus. Sophie Trudeau had been experiencing flu-like symptoms following a visit to the UK. The Prime Minister says he doesn't have signs of infection, but will stay in isolation for 14 days. Meanwhile, a top US health official says the government is failing to account for what could be thousands of coronavirus infections because the testing system isn't working. Anthony Fauci made the comments to members of Congress.
The system is not really geared to what we need right now, what you are asking for. That is a failing.
And failing, yes.
It is a failing. I mean, let's admit it. The fact is, the way the system was set up is that the public health component that Dr. Redfield was talking about was a system where you put it out there in the public and a physician asks for it and you get it. The idea of anybody getting it easily, the way people in other countries are doing it, we're not set up for that. Do I think we should be? Yes, but we're not.
The rapid spread of the virus has caused cancellations and postponements of sporting events around the world. It includes all major sports in North America, La Liga in Spain, and the Australian Grand Prix. The US has launched retaliatory airstrikes south of Iraq's capital in response to a rocket attack that left 3 people dead this week. Several Iranian-backed armed groups were targeted. 2 Americans and a British soldier were killed on Wednesday after a barrage of rockets were fired at a military base north of Baghdad. Simona Faltin has more from Baghdad.
It seems that the objective of these strikes was primarily to target weapons depots, drones, basically military capabilities of these groups to deter them from striking bases where coalition forces are based again. And we understand that so far there may have been injuries in some of these strikes. Now, of course, it remains to be seen how these groups will respond.
A US federal judge has ordered the immediate release of WikiLeaks whistleblower Chelsea Manning from prison. The ruling comes a day after lawyers for the former military intelligence analyst said she'd been hospitalized after an attempted suicide. At least 40 people have been killed in fighting between armed groups in the Central African Republic over the past 2 days. Rival militias are battling for control of resources in the diamond-rich region of Ndele. Those are the headlines. The news continues here on Al Jazeera after Al Jazeera World. Do stay with us. I'll be back at the top of the hour.